Most of us have watched a stain disappear after a single wash. A shirt covered in grease, a coffee spill, or even mud can come out clean in less than an hour inside a washing machine. What's surprising is that these stains are completely different from one another, yet they can all be removed by the same laundry detergent. How can an ordinary-looking liquid do something like that? Behind every bottle of detergent lies a world of chemistry, technology, and innovation that has evolved for more than a century. And that story begins with a problem that traditional soap simply could not solve. For most of human history, soap was the only cleaning tool available. For thousands of years, a simple mixture of fats and alkaline ash was used for washing clothes, bathing, and everyday hygiene. But as cities expanded in the early 20th century, a problem began to emerge. Water in many regions contained high levels of calcium and magnesium, causing soap to form white residue and lose much of its cleaning power. The situation became even more serious during World War II, when the raw materials needed to make soap became increasingly scarce. Chemists were forced to search for a new solution. Today, join Mido Explained as we uncover the story behind one of the most quietly important inventions. Few people realize that laundry detergent does not actually make stains disappear on its own. That job is carried out by special molecules called surfactants. One end of a surfactant molecule is attracted to water, while the other end is attracted to oils and grease. When clothes are soaked in detergent, billions of surfactant molecules attach themselves to oil particles and dirt trapped within the fabric. They then surround these particles, forming tiny clusters called micelles and lifting the dirt away from the fibers. When the washing machine drains the water, the dirt is carried away with it instead of sticking back onto the clothes. But if the process is that simple, why did humans need to invent modern detergents instead of continuing to use ordinary soap? If you have ever noticed a white residue building up on a faucet or the walls of a bathtub, you have seen one of the biggest problems with traditional soap. When soap comes into contact with hard water, its molecules react with minerals such as calcium and magnesium, forming insoluble compounds. Instead of focusing entirely on removing dirt, part of the soap is effectively wasted, creating these deposits. As a result, clothes can become duller, fabrics may feel stiffer after repeated washes, and people often need to use more soap to achieve the same cleaning performance. In a world that was becoming increasingly urbanized, this was a drawback that could no longer be ignored. The invention of synthetic detergents solved only part of the problem. To perform effectively under a wide range of conditions, modern laundry detergents contain additional ingredients that most consumers never notice. One of the most important groups is known as builders. Their job is to capture and neutralize the minerals found in hard water before those minerals can interfere with the cleaning process. You can think of builders as a road-clearing crew, allowing the main cleaning ingredients to focus on removing stains instead of battling unwanted impurities in the water. Thanks to these behind-the-scenes ingredients, modern detergents can clean more efficiently, use fewer resources, and deliver more consistent results in millions of households every day. However, not every stain can be removed by surfactants and builders alone. Blood, sweat, sauces, and food stains often contain complex molecules that cling tightly to fabric fibers. That is why modern detergents also rely on enzymes. Special proteins, often described as molecular scissors. Each type of enzyme is designed for a specific task. Some specialize in breaking down proteins found in blood and sweat, while others target fats and oils from grease and food. Instead of pulling an entire stain away from the fabric, enzymes cut it into smaller pieces that can be more easily removed by other cleaning ingredients. But some ingredients used in detergents have also sparked major debates around the world. In your opinion, if a chemical helps clothes become cleaner but may harm the environment, should it be banned completely? Let us know what you think in the comments below. For many decades, detergent manufacturers relied heavily on an ingredient called phosphate. It helped clothes come out cleaner and allowed detergents to perform effectively even in areas with poor water quality. However, by the late 1990s, scientists began noticing a troubling pattern. In some lakes and rivers, algae were growing so rapidly that they covered large portions of the water's surface. When these massive algae blooms died, their decomposition consumed large amounts of oxygen, making it difficult for fish and other aquatic life to survive. After years of debate, many countries chose to restrict or eliminate phosphates from household laundry detergents. As a result, the detergent industry was forced to develop new formulas that could maintain strong cleaning performance while reducing environmental impact. Creating a modern laundry detergent requires manufacturers to combine dozens of different ingredients in carefully calculated proportions. The process usually begins in massive steel mixing tanks, where cleaning agents, enzymes, fragrances, and many other components are blended together using powerful industrial agitators. The mixture is then continuously tested to ensure it remains stable and delivers the desired cleaning performance before moving to automated packaging lines. For powdered detergents, the process is even more complex. The liquid mixture must first be dried with streams of hot air to form small, uniform granules. Every day, factories around the world produce millions of bottles and boxes of detergent, transforming a sophisticated chemical formula into a familiar product found in households everywhere. Many people assume that more foam means better cleaning power. In reality, that is not necessarily true. Most of the cleaning work is performed by surfactants and enzymes, not by the bubbles we see during a wash cycle. In fact, excessive foam can sometimes create problems. In modern washing machines, large amounts of suds may reduce washing efficiency and force the machine to use additional water during the rinse cycle. That is why many detergents today are specifically formulated to produce less foam than older products. However, manufacturers still maintain a certain level of suds because consumers often associate foam with cleanliness. It is a fascinating example of how science and consumer perception do not always align. One of the main reasons people love freshly washed clothes has less to do with cleanliness and more to do with fragrance. In reality, that pleasant scent is rarely accidental. Manufacturers spend a great deal of time selecting and blending different fragrance compounds to create aromas that feel fresh, comforting, and familiar. Some formulas are even designed to keep clothes smelling pleasant long after the wash cycle is complete. However, fragrance does not make clothes any cleaner. Its primary role is to influence how we perceive cleanliness. That is why two shirts can be equally clean, yet the one with a more pleasant scent often feels cleaner to us. It is another example of how our senses can shape our perception of everyday experiences. When a wash cycle ends, laundry detergent does not simply disappear. Along with the wastewater, it begins a new journey through sewer systems and wastewater treatment plants. At these facilities, most detergent ingredients are removed or broken down before the treated water is released back into the environment. However, the process is not always perfect. That is one reason why manufacturers are increasingly focusing on ingredients that biodegrade more easily after use. You heard that right. The job of detergent does not end when your clothes come out clean. What happens after it leaves the washing machine has become an important part of how the industry continues to evolve and innovate. Even after more than a century of development, the detergent industry continues to evolve. Today, manufacturers are not only focused on cleaning clothes more effectively, but also on reducing the amount of water, energy, and chemicals required for each wash. More concentrated formulas, biodegradable ingredients, and detergents that work efficiently in cold water are becoming increasingly common. At the same time, scientists are developing fabrics that resist stains more effectively, potentially reducing how often clothes need to be washed in the future. Laundry detergent is unlikely to disappear anytime soon, but the way we use it will almost certainly continue to change. Like many everyday products, its journey of innovation is far from over. From the limitations of traditional soap to the advanced formulas designed to clean more effectively while reducing environmental impact, the story of detergent reflects humanity's constant search for better solutions to everyday problems. It also reveals something fascinating. Some of the most important inventions are rarely the most noticeable. They become so deeply woven into daily life that we almost forget they exist. The next time you pour a capful of detergent into your washing machine, you may see it a little differently. not just as a cleaning product, but as the result of more than a century of chemistry, engineering, and continuous innovation. And if you're curious about how the everyday things around us are made, and how they quietly help shape the modern world, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can keep exploring with Mido Explains.